Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media. Usually I do my Saturday live. I haven't done that in a while. Don't worry, we get back to it in the near future. We get back in the near future. But and let me get the announce out the way first. Shout out to my underrated one family, ones who rode me from the beginning and the ones along the way. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep on growing with underrated one family, none but the true ones. Thank you so much. Humble. Thank y'all. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. That stands for Lions Den Boxing Community, also a basketball community. We not just talk about sports, but we talk about other social issues, and we serve our community, make our communities better. So shout out to the mighty LDBC. Again, that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community, also a basketball community. So shout out to the brothers and sisters for the LDBC. I've been rolling with them for years, still roll with them now. LDBC all day. Shout out to Brother 78 Sports TV and others. Thank y'all. Some other creators. Thank y'all so much. Still roll with them. Thank y'all. Shout out to hashtag TWT family. Shout out to TWT family. Shout out to Brother Gab and G5 and a significant one, Sister Quee. They the one created hashtag TWT. Shout out to them. Thank y'all so much for your constant continued support. Today, this is serious business, y'all. Always want to talk about this. I talked about a little here and there like years ago, throughout my some of my videos and some of my lives. But I feel this today is appropriate time to talk about. And good afternoon, family. So the title today, to protect our righteousness, the unrighteousness have to come out. I will explain. To protect our righteous, to protect our righteous, the unrighteous has to come out. Let me say it again. All right. To protect our righteous, the unrighteous have to come out. I will explain. Let me say this. No, I'll probably wait that. But why I create this title today? Because we are seeing the ones who, like us, is willing to be within our righteous self. It's hard. And there's some along the way wants to violate that. And there are sometimes we can walk away. There are sometimes that we don't pay attention to them. Or we just be in silence. All that is good. If you can keep on doing that, please do that. Please do that. But on the other hand, there are some unrighteous ones, better known as the wicked ones, want to test the righteous, want to test us, see how much we can take, want to violate us. And that's when the unrighteous come out. Now, there are some people say, no one grinder that could be bad. Okay, if you see it that way, you see it that way. But how about somebody keep on disrespecting you, The unrighteous is not going to be there no more. The unrighteous have to come out. And we have to deal with some people in an ordinary way. No matter if you're a man, no matter if you're a woman, you got to deal with these people. And deal with these people, it has to be harsh. Deal with these people, you have to, or sometimes have to come to this. And it could be sometimes there are always people be saying, oh, they have to be far away. You can see from far away, but sometimes it could be the closest ones. And sometimes they have the closest one. Sometimes the closest one be having the other ones disrespect you. And all you just do, what we just do, is just walk away. But sometimes you got to take a stand. Enough is enough is enough. So that when the unrighteous comes in, and you got to do what you got to do, still protect the righteousness within you, despite we imperfect. I could say in my lifetime, I had to protect my unrighteous, so I had to do some unrighteous things to protect me. Now, when you do an unrighteous thing to protect your righteous, make sure you pray about it. Make sure you ask God for forgiveness. Or make sure you know if it's right, if it's legit, it's legit. But it has to be a time that our righteousness with it is going to be tested. It's going to be a time that's going to be tested on a certain time that we don't even have control of it. We don't even plan for it, fam. And so sometimes we gotta depend on ourselves. Because sometimes there are some people willing to help us, but there at times they're not gonna help. I don't want to get into it. So you gotta handle it yourself. And there are some people that do unrighteous things to us, and then sometimes we look. And sometimes it's all right. And they keep on doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it. Until at times you gotta speak up on it. I don't like things going on. I don't like the way how you make me feel because they go because I'm right now. Check this out. Because the unrighteous ones, they gonna say, "Well, what have we done? No, this and this and that and this and that. Why are you acting like this? You just you see now you really play with my righteousness here. Now we gotta go. I gotta go to the next level. We gotta go to the next level. That's why I always say vision clear, authentic listening needs to be intact. Because this is what I'm saying. Why us, I'm talking about us as willing to practice, willing to be in righteous, keep on taking it, be in the corner. Oh, I'm acting this way. I think no. Sometimes you gotta go fight. No matter what it is. But when you fight, make sure you in your unrighteous core. Yes, but understand this: you got to get back into righteousness. But at the same time, you prove that person. Listen, I listen. Don't play me like that. And they go say to them, you let them know. Don't play me like that. And these are the same unrighteous when I'm talking about. They say that they with Jesus Christ or they with God and stuff like that, but they doing some things. These are doing some sneaky things behind your back, and then sometimes you see it, or sometimes them get in your face and they trying to play you and stuff like that. And like I said, and then you walk away and stuff. But sometimes family at times it's time to walk away. Now, I'm not promoting violence. I'm not promoting violence. And I'm talking to the men right now. I'm gonna get to the woman in a few, but I want to talk to our men right now. There's have to be sometimes you gotta take care of some things. Sometimes you gotta go against that person. Sometimes you have to even go against their family. And sometimes whatever happened, that's how the consequences is. But just to understand this, make sure when you take care of things, the righteous right here. Make sure I'm protecting myself. Don't fly off the handle. Only to defend yourself when you have to. Now, as people say, well, you can curse a person out and be nasty to them. You know that could be unrighteous. That is true. It is true. But it's the way you say it. But how about I go past that? And that person knows they disrespecting the righteousness and they ain't doing nothing about it. So that means you got to handle your business. And at times it's not going to feel good. But I'm a firm believer you stand up as a person. You don't withhold in, and so you take it out of somebody else. And we have to understand that. They are some people we gotta deal with them right then and there. I'm talking about man or woman. Now I'm gonna get to the women. Women, when y'all work among your women, if there's some disrespect you, do sight. I know women are emotional, so that's totally different. But make sure you have a calm mind. If you know anybody like you, disrespect your family, disrespect your kids, or disrespect your man, I mean your boyfriend or your husband, and so it goes for men too, of that part too. But if you know anybody like that, you know, and then all of a sudden, I see it as a man, you know, there's a woman disrespect you and stuff like that. Sometimes, man, you gotta tell that one, gotta tell. This is part of my righteous try to disrespect and let her handle, and vice versa, women. If you know men disrespect you, gotta let that man know. Because you're gonna be tested. I don't care if you're young or old family, you're gonna be tested. Because just as I did a live not a long time ago, sons of Cain, sisters of Jezebel Haggis. I had it in my mind. I should have put it in chat. But I broke it down. Son, brothers of Cain, sisters of Jezebel Haggis. And we have to understand that quite a few brothers still have the mindset of the brothers of Cain, and women still have the same mindset of Jezebel Haggis. And there are some has to be dealt with, and that probably their family don't like when it be dealt with because let me see. Hold on, family. What's up? What's up, CEO? What's good? What's good? What's good, homie? Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Always support me throughout the years. Appreciate it. How's your family doing? How's the family doing? But get back on I glad bro CEO is right here. He's a family. I say he's a family man. He take care of his family. So any of his kids being disrespectful, that somebody disrespect his family, his wife and everything. And they did the right thing, like people walking away, you know, being the head of the household, set the tone. His unrighteous is gonna come out automatically. Why are you disrespecting him? So his unrighteous had to defend his family for to keep the righteousness within the family intact. So we has to have some unrighteous within ourselves to protect our righteousness at all times. Even you have a family or you don't have a family, or if you're married, or if you're in a relationship or family matters, whatever it is, we're gonna be tested. And I know people say, well, sometimes it could be fatal. Will it be fatal? Sometimes it happens like that. Or sometimes you get locked up. Sometimes you have to go to court. It doesn't make a difference. But at the same time, when it's time to act, when your rights is when the rights is to be violated, you gotta act in right then and there. It doesn't mean you have to act. I'm just saying it depends on the situation. There be at times you have to plan for it too. and let people know now I'm on this time now because I'm on my unrighteous time now because you didn't check on my righteousness. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you this. I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to let you know this. But now my unrighteousness is in now. You guys deal with this. And anybody else that's with you, they got to deal with it. As we see in this space, we see a whole lot of people be talking. Why you letting that person get it? Ain't had nothing to do with it. But then that person defending righteousness. Oh, they don't supposed to do that. No, but you let it happen because there are some people could be on the sidelines, know what exactly was going on, and leave you out there. But you defend your rights. Oh, you shouldn't do that because something. But why you didn't stop it? You know I'm in my unrighteous. That person violate me. Why you didn't go to them and talk to them? So we can all be on the same. If you, excuse me, you can hear me. Press 1. You can hear me go. Could we see y'all? Press 1. I know you just, I appreciate that. So we have to understand that even at times that their unrighteous could be tested at the job too, in schools, even in God's house, get-togethers, you name it. Because a lot of people in this world refuse to create righteousness in their life. Because the unrighteousness is a sad thing, is ruled by wicked people on this earth. And they are winning. So just a few us as righteous in this earth and everything, we gotta be alert at all times. Because you cannot pray to God, but at the same time, on the sneak side, you are conducting unrighteous attitudes within your nature. And I want you to understand that as we see other people in this earth is doing it. And you don't think that your day it's not gonna come, because it is. See, I have to understand that. When I was getting older, I have to understand that. Now, are we imperfect? Yes, we are. But it doesn't mean that while we're imperfect, that the unrighteous has to be in the forefront, and then we put righteousness in the background. No, it doesn't work that way. No, it should not work that way. The righteous always have to be right here. Only time we have to tap in our unrighteous when we have to protect our righteous selves. And like I said before, make sure we pray. Pray to God about it, because sometimes we pray to God about. Sometimes if we work within that within the righteous ways, God can make it go away. But understand, you're still going to be tested. And sometimes you be tested, sometimes be alone the closest ones. And now sometimes, and let me say this, and sometimes the closer ones need they getting bothered too. And sometimes you got to go to that certain place handling your business. And we have to understand that. Sometimes we have to handle our business in the street. Sometimes we have to handle our business at home. Sometimes you have to handle your business at the restaurant. Wherever it is, make sure you be mature enough and wise enough. Or maybe like it happened in the restaurant. Come on, we gotta talk outside. We doing that. But like I said before, if you have to walk away, walk away. Or sometimes you say you have to say walk away. Be silent at times you have to walk away. Do those necessary things. Because some of the things, sometimes we be thinking, oh, I have to take, I have to do this. Sometimes it can be smoothed out. That probably just already just needed. But if it that don't work, the unrighteous got to come out. And again, I know some people don't like what I said, but it's true. I gotta deal with you. And you should be very angry that a person knows that you're trying to do right and trying to walk within righteousness, and they keep on testing you, keep on testing you, keep on testing you. Woo! What are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do about it? And everything I'm saying goes for me too. And that's why it's very, very important that communication comes in the picture too. Because sometimes we don't want to talk to our closest ones because we know how they feel about us. So it's very important to be a sound mind. Too much emotional is not good. It really is. Because if we be too emotional, we could lose everything. And that means the unrighteous will be it's gonna be there. Because we don't know how to control it. You understand that? And you know what? And sometimes too that there are certain things that happen around you. Your unrighteous had to be you gotta act right then and there. We gotta understand that. So when a person trying to say something, man or woman, listen to you. You listen. You testing my righteous. Like, no. Look, I got a righteous right here. Please. And sometimes you talk to people, they get it, and they just walk away. That's what we want all the time as human beings, but at times it doesn't work that way. You understand too. So again, we gotta protect our righteous at all times. It's very important. So I want y'all to think on that. So let's work on those. Work on that. And sometimes too that you have to read the scriptures and pray. That's the most important thing. Pray. I'm gonna keep on saying pray. Always understand is that try to do things the right way. Make sure you come for a pure mindset, pure heart. And understand that, especially us men, that we have feelings too. Women, understand that we have feelings too. And we gotta understand there are some that is not willing to change for the better. We gotta understand that. We gotta understand that. So they're gonna do whatever they think to get under your skin. They're gonna do everything to make sure that you're not thinking right. They're gonna try to make sure that that it's your fault and you don't know what you're talking about. And but they the ones are unrighteous. And let it be clear. In these days, the unrighteous ones wants to be ahead, but some of us is righteous. So I know people said, you told the righteous one, it's the one the devil and stuff. Yeah, but I'm not talking about that part of righteousness. I'm talking about convenient unrighteous, protect your righteousness. Because God's gonna give us things to protect ourselves. Not automatically go there, hurt people. No, no. To protect yourself. So sometimes we gotta let a person know, put some views, put something, let them know, look, no. I give you a case in point. Late great Malcolm X, Randall El Shabazz, and the late Dr. Martin Luther King. Look what they had to overcome. Look what they did. And look what happened to them. The unrighteous ones had killed them. But they stand up for what's right, for righteousness. And others throughout the world. I see I remember this time I was living in New York. Shout out to New York, New York State. Shout out to BK, New York. Or shout out to the rest of New York State. It was this young man I know. He's one of my best friends. The guy kept messing with him. So he snapped one day when he fought, and he broke his jaw. And he was threatened. Oh, we don't get you, stuff like that. And it happened. But he had to defend himself. He had to protect his righteousness. We're righteous. Thank you, Sister Bonnie Rose. I really appreciate you. Go subscribe, Sister Bonnie Rose, and go subscribe Cooking with CR. Thank you. So when you have people throughout the world do heroic things and save people, they have to tap on their unrighteous to help people. That's why I'm not afraid of walking the streets. I'm not afraid of the system, as Sister Barney Rose saying. Not afraid. Because I know one way or the other, it's going to come to a time I defend others that are around me, that association, and defend myself. So I have to be alert of that time within the unrighteous in me. That's going to be tapped in. I have to understand where I go is going to be wicked people. So I have to be alert at all times. And I advise y'all to do the same thing too. And also, God, there's going to be tests around. It's going to be tests. Or sometimes it don't have to be a test. Sometimes things happen. It just happen. But I just to let you know this. When us as the righteous ones, and I could say that Sister Bonnie Rose and Brother C are our righteous people. And despite we are perfect, including myself, it has to be unrighteous has to be attacked. It has to be a certain time. Like I said, the righteous always going to be in the forefront. And that's what we have to understand. But also, it has to be a time we got to things got to pop off. Because the unrighteous nature, you want to violate my righteous nature. I told you to walk away. I told you to stop talking to me like this. I told you before, if you do those things, now it's going to be my turn to protect my righteous nature within your unrighteous nature. And it's not going to be good. So you take care where you have to take care. Because the next time, I ain't talking. I'm not. And I know y'all, I know that have to be the same thing for us, for the rest of the righteous ones. You done talking. You cannot say, I'm talking to unrighteous ones. Unrighteous one. You just cannot say that you love that person, but you continually treat them as unrighteous people. Now that person get on your nerve, okay, you talk it out, whatever it is. But if you constantly disrespect that person, and you constantly be with them sons of Cain, I mean brothers of Cain, sisters of Jezebel Haggai, nature that comes with the devil, you need to get dealt with, man or woman. And that's what people fail to understand that. And please, an unrighteous one, oh, it's going to be take care of my time. No, no, you ain't going to know what time it's going to take care, but it will take care. I have been around that. And I say that if you can hear me, press one. Just the body rolls. If you can hear me, press one. If you can hear me, press one. But I could tell you that I've been in critical situations that I could be really hurt or die. And do God help me direct me smooth out? Salute to you, brother Prince Pierre. Thank you. You know, it was that time that I've been in certain situations that was unrighteousness was laying upon me, and I made it, and I made it through. Like again, I said over 40 minutes, it depends on the situation. So the most important thing is when you deal with people unrighteous, make sure you have a calm mindset. Make sure your whole nature is calm. Not a lot of emotion. That's very important. And understand, and I'm talking about us as righteous ones that's willing up, that ain't perfect, but we still trying to work within the righteous. Make sure yours be a few steps away ahead of the unrighteous ones. Because we have to understand they don't want to push in this narrative to be weak. It doesn't make you weak, you defend yourself. Doesn't make you weak. There are people. They'll call you derogatory names. Even they can go to the other person and talk about you like a dog and make them see they the righteous ones and got them fooled. But that can happen too. So when you get that information, what you gonna do? You gonna be a calm head, or you gonna act out emotionally? And again, let me say this: it doesn't mean that you gotta constantly walk away. No. Again, just like I understand this, when you're unrighteous tap in, can't think of the consequences. If it happened like this, happen like that. You live by it, pray, and make sure that the righteous never left you. Make sure it be at the forefront of your life and your ways. Because I know when I got older, there are certain things I'm very short term. Not like maybe 30, maybe 25 or 30 years even before that. But every time I've been in my 50s, I'm very short term. I'm like, what? Because sometimes I deal with these young folks, and sometimes you want to go outside their head and stuff. You know, who you think you talking? And sometimes you walk away. And let me talk about the young ones too. You got to start treating old people with you got to start treating older people with respect. Or if not, you got to deal with the consequences. And that's how some the young ones they fail to understand that because y'all did not God know what's really unrighteous is and also righteous is. But you better. Oh, it ain't gonna happen to me. It's gonna happen to you. Yes, it is. So I get you. Well, all I can say is us as righteous people, despite being perfect, we gotta do a better job to control our emotions because the unrighteous want us to react that way. Because when we let them get to us like that, that means they hold the power. We don't. You can still get your point across and let them know this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. If you keep on doing that, I warn you, Some things gonna think. Some things gonna have to happen. Some things have to happen. I mean, we got to deal. Got to understand that. And sometimes it's gonna feel real uncomfortable. But some people, they just ran out of options. You're not planning, but you understand. Got something happen. Hey, what's up, brother? Got Nine Wood. Hope to you, my brother. See, this brother is that's my day one brother right there. One of my day ones right there is brother God in Hollywood. There be at times that better be battle tested. The unrighteous keep on popping up. The brother, brother God in Hollywood, he had to talk to me because sometimes you got to have other righteous ones have to come in and talk to you because sometimes they can see they know what you could do, but sometimes you in. I'm getting this person no matter what. But so, brother, God never have to pull me in, brother. This ain't worth it. I know what you could do, but we don't want nothing to happen to you. We don't want nobody to take away your child. We don't want nothing to happen to your livelihood. We don't want nothing to happen like that. Now I know I'm a good brother, but they tested my righteousness, brother. Do you understand that they are testing my righteousness? No, brother, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? I take care of responsible. But that's another way to avoid righteousness. Because we have to understand the unrighteous, they love to be around that devil fire. They like to be around that deceitful serpent. And these people come all shapes and forms. Even there are some that looks like us. Mm-hmm. But now I'm talking about us as a people, as African descent in this country. But we always say, but they like us, and no, like the great Doc Claude Anderson said, some black folks ain't good folks. Some black folk ain't good folks. They not. And those are the ones unrighteous. And sometimes us as righteous ones, we want to make sure that we right there. And sometimes, I mean, there's certain situations you gotta get into it. But say sometimes you just gotta walk away. Especially if that person wicked, you know what you're capable of, then walk away. Because because the righteous nature of others gonna take care of that. And you gotta trust the process. Because we are dealing in this world that are, like I said again, they wicked people. So they're gonna pull on their armor, trying to make believe that they righteous, but they unrighteous. They're gonna put on their armor to fool other people and they recruit people to trying to make believe they unrighteous too, but I mean righteous, but they not. That's what I said. Well-rounded warrior. We always gotta have on that righteous armor from head to toe. She Stay Sleek TV. Salute to you, my brother. Keep up the fine work. That's my day one. That's my day one right there. Salute to you, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of Bonnie. I'm proud of everybody in here. I'm proud of y'all. Thank y'all. So we have to understand that the unrighteous has to come out when somebody violates our righteous. We gotta take care of business right then and there. We gotta tell them right then and there. And sometimes I'm talking about as men, sometimes they have to come to this. But we want to avoid that because we don't want to cause no added destruction. But there are sometimes, I want y'all to hear me. It has to be constructed righteous destruction. Righteous destruction has to be upon that person. And it goes for late women too. And that's when the unrighteous wheel it in. Like I always say, you gotta pray. You gotta pray, y'all. Because it's hard. It's hard to work on, like I said, it's hard to work on this earth to trying to be a righteous one, especially we imperfect and we change it. We transforming our lives for the better. And it's always, like I said before, because She Stay Sleep was in this live a few years ago. The brothers of Cain and sisters of Jezebel Haggis, he was in there. Because we know we got it in this space. All right, we ain't talking about outside space. We know that. But inside the space, there's a whole lot of them. And they're getting worse and worse and worse. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to throw the red flag out. No, I'm willing. No. You come to me, you violate my right to be righteous within God's sight. I got to deal with you. I don't care if you're a man. I don't care if you're a woman. We going to deal. And I had every right to use whatever I have to get you back because you violate my righteousness. You are violating my eternal learning. You are violating for me within God to be a better human being. I have every right to use whatever I can to protect myself and even others. But see, we have to understand though too. We cannot protect them other. We can't protect. Now I ain't gonna say everybody. We can't protect certain ones because certain ones ain't get the picture how to be righteous. Because you gotta be taught to be righteous. You gotta know. You gotta know the difference from the righteous and unrighteous. The righteous come from God. The unrighteous is from the devil. Period. There's people in the space, one that has certain definitions, one that had certain technology. No. See, me and she still, I could talk to me, she still, see, we ain't gonna get into it. But me and this brother right here, we had to go through, we had to go through unrighteous. Because our righteous was tested. But back then, we had to do what we have to do. But we here today, but it's all by repenting too. Because that's the one thing we have to understand too. When we defend our righteousness and then we come with the unrighteous, we have to pray and repent too. God, you know, I'm trying to do this right. I still want to be within righteousness. I still want you to work through me. But it's hard. The devil is on loose, y'all. We got to understand that. The young and old. Let me tell you, the devil do not discriminate what what gender you are or what age group you are. The devil comes after you because when we willing to read the Bible, to work within God arrangement, and to help others wherever capacity that you in and that we in. None attack you. We're gonna be under attack. That's why, again, before you guys see, I'm going to repeat it again. That's why I coined well-rounded warriors years ago. That's what I'm saying. I said it a few minutes ago. I can say it again. That I'm really talking about our righteous armor from head to toe. We have to understand too, when these unrighteous ones violate us, we have to understand we in war with the unrighteous. And we are going to be a continually war with the unrighteous. Because we have to understand they want to be in deliberate darkness. We want to be in deliberate light, despite us as humans, and also despite we imperfect. That I'm not. Did I say that? Oh yeah, we're gonna be a light all the time? No, we're gonna be in the dark, but we should have the capacity. We should have the know-how. So when we be in that dark place, we still have the righteousness to bring us to light. Yes. Because when we walk the system, like I said, I'm not afraid of the system. I'm not afraid of it. I stand against it all my life. Or CCC, you know what I'm talking about, because I stand against it. I'm not afraid. I'm not fault against the system. Because I understood early on what the devil could do. It's not I'm afraid of him, I'm not afraid of him. But I know what the devil could do. But I understand the light. Deliver light. Thank you, she states it. Deliver light. That's part of righteousness. Deliver light. Do we know the real meaning of it? Do you know the real meaning of that deliver light? That there's some people that are close to us, or somebody maybe this in a way, and they bring in all this unrighteous funk. Do we have the mindset and the right tongue to say, no, I can't deal with you no more because you still want to be in that dark place of the devil. I want to be in a deliver light. I still want the blessings. I still want the longevity. I still want to learn. I still want to help others. And that's the most important thing that we have to understand. And we have to understand it's a hard job every day. We have to do it. And at times we ain't gonna feel like doing it. But at the same time, when we let the righteousness be in our DNA, ain't gonna be easy, but at least we have the formula that be in our DNA to be righteous. Because we have to understand, and I say it again, it's going to be one's going to be trying to get in our righteousness. Sometimes we just tap in that little unrighteous. Got to deal with them. These are facts, but it doesn't mean that the devil controlling them. We human beings. You hurt me, I hurt you. I'm giving you warnings, but now I gotta protect. Because I can't let you chip away of my righteousness that I already have, that I'm still building. With an outward, come out inward. And that's why false tongues, when I talk about false tongues years ago, when I did my live, you two you know what I'm saying, I think YouTube coach. I was talking about that. Because in this space, we got a lot of people got false tongues. But they say, I'm a good person. You're not a good person. You're an unrighteous person. You the ones are unbelievers. You the one still want to be sitting on that devil's tail. You the ones is part of brothers of Cain and sisters of Jezebel Haggis. And lastly, it's a fight. It's a fight. Ain't easy, family, to be righteous. It's not. Because sometimes we can fall into unrighteous, things, not things to deal with, but the understanding let's not let this, as we all think of this, never let the unrighteous be on our time. Let me say it again. Never let the unrighteous be on our time. We on righteous time. Talk to the unrighteous. Listen. No, I know you looking out and everything. Like brother, she stay sleep always say to me, because he knows the situation. Don't have my big brother pop that lock. Because he popped that lock, it's done. Keep him in the closet. So what I'm saying, the few last things, family, let God direct your unrighteousness. Let God direct our ways. Don't let the devil do that. Because God is going to let us know when people violate our righteous. It's going to be direct the unrighteous to protect our righteous in our lives and the people around us. And the ones that are close, that is not willing to understand it, not understanding well-being, even the ones that are distant, like I said before. In due time, it'll be God's vengeance. Because sometimes we have to understand, some certain situations, we cannot take things in our own hands. We have to understand God's vengeance too. Like I said, it depends on situation. Just always say, I just want to be in God's favor. I want the righteousness to be flow on me and others. And the ones that reject it, that's all right. Because whatever God take away, he always put back, especially you righteous. He always gonna get put back. God gonna put it back. And the ones that willing to change within God's ways and still be righteous, they be blessed too. Because it's always it's always going to be a great outcome when we defend our righteousness. And sometimes it feels glimmy, feels like, oh God. But that deliver light, it's always there. It's going to be brighter. And you're glad you went through it because you know you stand the test of time within your righteousness. And so understand that when we talk about this, there's a spiritual being that we have to understand. We got to understand the supreme power of degrees that we have to operate of being righteous. Just as there's a devil being of being unrighteous. Now I know the ones in the chat, y'all righteous because I know y'all, so y'all part of Unready One family. I know y'all righteous, but the ones out there, and I know there are some that are lost. There are some that I'm trying to do the right thing. People treat me this way, and no. If you're a good person, don't let them take away your righteousness. You fight. You fight like your life depend on to have your righteousness. And let God do the rest. Because sometimes God send people that handle things that you go through too. But at the same time, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta get in the person's face like, yo, I know what you're doing. Cut it out. I'm not playing with you. And whatever happens, just happens. If it had to come to that, it had to come to that. But there are also other ways to go by it too. Because the unrighteous are punks. Us is striving to be righteous, we the ones. We the ones bring the goodness. We the one bring the happiness. We the one stand hard, stand real from head to toe to be righteous in God's sight. Thank y'all so much. On behalf of my channel, The Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. This good afternoon to y'all. Thank y'all so much because y'all could have been anywhere else, but you took your time to come here, and I really appreciate it. And this is the title again. To protect our righteousness, the unrighteous has to come out. I will explain. If I explain it well, press 1. If there's something that y'all want me to ask a question, I ask a question. Press 1. Press 1 if I explain it well. If I explain it well, press 1. Well, I guess they probably left. You know, it's all good. So, on behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the number one grinder. You have a blessed one. Share this out. Very important. Hope you sub to my channel. Very much appreciate it. Have a good afternoon. This one is Ghost.